Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. This video, I'm going to talk about advanced features across Microsoft 365 Defender suite, right? And majorly those are the features for endpoints, right? So those features would be allowing us to do certain things including onboarding the devices, making sure device has a right set of signatures deployed, and the protection is also going to be deployed on the devices so that whatever the policies and configurations that we are going to deploy across the devices or device footprints for the managed device especially, and those devices are in conjunction with endpoint management along with Intune, which is a device management platform, right? And together both platforms will be delivering the endpoint security. So all these features are part of endpoint security, and those are delivering the right set of configurations, right? So before starting the video and showing you all of that details, I wanted you to like this video and share it with your friends and people. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you get to see every new video whenever it is uploaded. All right, so let's get started. So I'll quickly share my screen and I'll jump onto the screen and on the portal, and we'll show you how we can enable those features, which are advanced features for endpoint management, which are going to help us to protect the devices and deliver the endpoint security capabilities, right? Because those are very important, and not only from the point of management, but from the point of securing the devices as well, right? So when it comes to the devices are fully managed, including those are the autopilot enrolled devices, and we wanted to manage those devices from Intune, right? And at the same time, we also wanted to enforce the endpoint security policies, right? So that is when the advanced features comes in, right? Because it gives the control of the different policies, different configurations, and I'm going to show you that in this video. All right, so let me share my screen quickly here, and we would go through all of those features, right? All right, so you can see that I'm logged into the Defender portal over here, and on the portal, I would simply go to the end of this navigation pane because that's the setting which is under the settings tab over here. And one more thing, this portal is accessible to global administrator role along with security admin and the global reader as well, right? So those are the roles. If you don't have, probably you can ask the respective team or with security team or any other team who can simply get the access and work on this. So click on these settings over here, and on this setting you would see endpoints, right? So over here, once we click on it, we would see advanced features, right? So under advanced features, we have lot of features and lot of click on and off and turn on and turn off features, right? And all of these are the features which are very useful and very important to make sure we are delivering the right set of policies as well as configurations on the devices, right? So starting with, you can see allow and block file till the end of this one, which is a preview. Now, you might see the different advanced features over here because of the licenses available for your tenant altogether, because the tenant which I have, it's a free trial account, which is not E3 or E5 tenant, right? And if you go with the E3 or E5 or any other subscription, be it a business premium or any other, right? And if you go with the standalone plan as well, like Defender for plan 1 or plan 2 or any other, right? Definitely you would see the difference in the feature wise as well, right? So you would see that different, and you need to make sure whatever the features are available, you can definitely go ahead and configure and implement for your devices and for the whole tenant, right? So you can see all or many of them are turned on over here, and few are by default turned on, so we don't get options to turn it on. And here is the one of the feature which says default to streamlined connectivity when onboarding devices in Defender portal, right? So this is turned off now. but definitely we can go ahead and turn it on, and then the another option or another feature gets enabled for us to turn it on as well. And basis on that, you can simply turn it on and off, but also make sure that whatever the features you are turning it on, you need to make sure what are the consequences or what are the issues you might face, right? Why? Because those are for delivering the security and endpoint security policies and configurations. But definitely, if you enable the first one, which says allow and block files, now what kind of files this is going to block, right? You need to know and understand that as well. It says make sure that Windows Defender antivirus is turned on and cloud-based protection is or feature is also enabled for your organization to use allow or block file filling feature. Now, this does not show which files are going to be blocked, which details or documents would be blocked, or what type of configurations or scanning is going to happen on the devices, which says cloud-based protection to be on as well, right? So definitely you need to go through those. I'm not going to cover in detail on that side, but definitely you have to do that a kind of prerequisites and needs to be checked things, right? So those needs to be checked and verified and validated, right? So these are the features definitely to be worked upon and do the prerequisites and do the pre-work in order to enable and disable these options for the whole tenant and whole organization, right? Which is the second one is hide potential duplicate device records. So this is going to hide potential or just a duplicate record if there is something that one device was enrolled to time, or maybe the same user has a same device duplicate entry or record basically, right? So what this is going to do, it has given a basic details over here, right? Which says device that were discovered more than once, devices or discovery of onboarded devices, unintentionally discovered onboarded devices. And there is some other details as well, right? So these are the details that also needs to be configured on each features. Third is custom network indicators. Then temper protection. This is also very important feature in order to make the protection on devices, including applications and services and everything which is running together on the devices, right? Which is going to stop unwanted changes to the security solutions and the configurations that we have deployed across the device management via Intune and along with the endpoint security policies as well, right? And definitely you can also go through each of these features, which is going to be really helpful. But when it comes to enabling and disabling, you can simply test it. And to test it, definitely you have to directly make sure onboard the device to Intune, and the same device should also be onboarded to the Defender portal, to the Defender for endpoint, and then all of these features are going to be delivered on the devices, right? Which, for example, this one, Defender for Cloud Apps, right? So this has so many features, including or which also works with the conditional access policies. And all those policies would also be enforcing certain actions that we are going to put and push through the company or through the conditional access policies, right? So that also needs to be understood through the configurations. And this is one of the feature which is very important and the most liked feature, which is web content filtering, right? So it's going to block number of domain activities as well as websites containing unwanted content, or which is going to also track the web activity across all domains, right? So this is going to block all those websites which might be malicious or might be any of those websites which can be impacting organization, because we as an end user or we as an IT pros don't know, or IT security folks don't know which website is for what, right? And maybe if the website has some contents which might be delivering malwares or something like that, then that's really been a big risk for the organization and everyone, right? So that way we have to uh, do the testing and enable right as needed, right? So that way you can see there is one of the way to create web content filtering policy as well for different domains, and we would be able to deploy it across. And there are some other features. These are the off now. And I kept it off because I wanted to show you how we can go ahead and enable and disable. And as I'm talking about whether we should enable it blindly or we should take any actions and what are those steps, definitely we should do the due diligence of those features and know and understand whether this feature is going to impact my current workflows, current applications, current user experiences, and are there any potential issues, right? Because every organization is different, every infrastructure is different, every requirement is different in terms of the organization and security best practices and everything together, right? So everything has to be gone through the set of discussions, set of policies, and set of topics. Or maybe if we wanted to do certain things, for example, web content filtering policy needs to be applied, right? So now what domains we wanted to block and what domains to be allowed, right? That way, we do not want users to face any issues. They should keep running or using their systems and their applications and their data and everything, because we also don't want to impact the business at the end of the day, right? So that way, we are not impacting the business, users, and user experience. At the same time, we also wanted to protect the systems and organization and devices and applications together, right? So these are the things that are very important to make sure we do everything, but we also wanted to do it in a area or in a zone where we wanted to take decisions collectively so that we also not impacting anything across the business, right? So definitely this is going to be very helpful, and that is what I wanted to show you in this video and talk more about it. And it's very important to discuss all of these things during the whether we should directly go ahead and implement, right? That is not the case over here. And in not only in this context, but in any context across the endpoint management or endpoint security or device management context, that is going to be discussed and that needs to be taken or handled very carefully, right? So, yep, that is what I wanted to show you and talk about this one, right? So yeah, that's all for this video, and hope you like it. Hope you learned something new, and let me know if you have any questions, any doubts, anything you wanted to ask and know more about it, or you wanted to learn something else out of this, or you want me to cover any other topic out of this or any other topics across Defender portal or any of the areas, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. And don't forget to like this video and share it to your friends and people. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you will get to see every new video whenever it is uploaded. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and bye for now.